Hi everyone! Today we're going to be making a snow globe landscape. Our learning target today is I can create foreground and background in a composition. Foreground is something that's in the front of your landscape. Background is something that's in the back. So for example, my foreground is the snow and the footprints in my snow, and my background is my trees. My middle ground would be my little cabin that I drew, but we're not talking about middle ground today. Supplies you'll need today are a piece of paper, a marker, and some crayons. Of course, you can use whatever supplies you have at home. You don't have to use the same supplies I'm using. What I'm gonna do first is draw a big circle that takes up most of the paper for my snow globe. Next, I'm going to draw the snow globe base. So I'm going to start by drawing two lines that are kind of diagonal at the bottom left and right of my circle. And then I'm going to connect them with a curved line. I'm just going to add some different lines and shapes inside of my snow globe base, just to make it look a little bit more fancy. So I'm adding two more curved lines and some circles. Now, to start my drawing or my landscape inside of my snow globe, I'm going to start with the snow, and I'm going to make two diagonal lines on the left and right side and connect them with a wavy line. This is my ground where the snow is. Now, my landscape is something I dreamt of in my head, and it's just a nice cozy place that I thought of where I would really love to be right now. So I'm drawing a tiny little cabin. You can feel free to draw a house or anything else that you want. It doesn't matter what you draw, just as long as you're drawing foreground and background. So I'm just gonna keep creating my little cabin here. And while I do that, let's just talk about foreground and background again. So when you're looking at a picture of a landscape, it's usually painted or drawn on a two-dimensional surface like this paper. In order to create the illusion of 3 dimensions, you need to draw things behind other things or objects in front of other objects. That creates the illusion of space, which is an element of art. So today, my foreground is the snow. It's at the bottom of my snow globe, which appears to be the front of our landscape. So my foreground is the snow, and my background are the trees that I'm going to be making behind my cabin. So let's just start making some trees behind my cabin. I'm making sure that these trees look like they're behind the cabin. This is a complicated skill in art to draw the illusion of space, but once you get it, you get it. Another important note is you should always draw the foreground first, then the middle ground, and then the background. Now I'm just adding some snow inside my snow globe. Every snow globe has snow, so everyone's landscape should be a winter landscape. Unless you live in a fantasy world and it's snowing in the summertime for you, that's fine too. Because our learning target today was I can create foreground and background, you can ask yourself as an assessment, what is in your foreground and what is in your background? Did you create the three-dimensional illusion of space,